Welcome back. Your daily dose of weird and creepy TikToks. Let's get it going.
Here's your big update now out of Egypt, and it just made this mysterious Giza discovery from last week way more real. Now, remember that controversial claim last week about a massive hidden underground city beneath the Great Pyramid? Well, the research team behind it just dropped a major bombshell. They say they found a sealed sarcophagus buried deep beneath the pyramid's complex. Yes, a literal stone sarcophagus, untouched and hidden for possibly thousands of years, according to reports from the Daily Mail. Scientists used high-frequency electromagnetic and ground-penetrating radar to scan beneath the pyramid's surface, and what showed up was stunning. It was a massive chamber underneath there, made of stone, tucked inside one of the newly identified chambers. Look at this. So it's kind of hard to see from these drawings, but they know what they're looking at. Massive chamber down there, that massive stone sarcophagus. Here's some sort of artist renderings here so you can see a little bit more and understand what this is showing. Now, to be clear, no one has opened this sarcophagus yet, but the team says the object strongly resembles a sarcophagus, and its positioning inside what they believe is a ceremonial or burial chamber. So archaeologists, of course, are freaking out about it right now. But like battle lines are being drawn, because it's so stunning to see the machining on some of these blocks, and specifically perhaps this sarcophagus, which is perfectly machined, according to experts, that we even have like laser cutting machines today that can't do as well as some of these stones have been perfectly cut. And here's where it gets even more fascinating and controversial, because the team still believes this site may be tied to the legendary Hall of Records, the mythical archive that is said to house ancient knowledge, possibly from Atlantis or even earlier civilizations. Of course, that's been the stuff of mystery books, right, and conspiracy theories for decades, and now it's like all coming crashing right into mainstream.
Man, I know I've seen a lot of people hating on the fact that we're banking all of this on that radar, but like he said, if the experts believe it, and apparently people have been down there now already, I mean, we're gonna find some crazy stuff this year. The Hall of Records. I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing. I've heard of that stuff in video games, but damn.
What?
How does that happen?
There's a shooting going on there. Yes. Please get me there as fast as you can. My daughter's calling. Come on, you gotta do whatever you... Ashley, listen to me. Stay calm. Listen, I'm gonna give you more money, pal. No, man. I can't do that for free. Just pulled in a Motel 6. Get in. Get in.
Wow.
There's shootings everywhere.
That's a good dad. Plane crash into a holiday park.
Get them now! Me! Get them now! Me!
Jeez, I hope everyone's okay. What the hell?
A team of 6 women plus Katy Perry have been to space today on that. Let me know in the comment section what you think this looks like. And here's Katy just before blast off with the Blue Origin crew. This is the SR-71 Blackbird, capable of speeds of around 700 miles per hour, which would be Mark 3 to 4. This is what the Blue Origin crew are going to be travelling to space on, and they're going to have to reach speeds of 17,400 miles per hour, which is Mach 22. Can't go faster than Mach 4. Check out the aerodynamics. But they're going to space on that. To reach Earth orbit, a rocket needs to achieve a speed of at least 17,600 miles per hour, 4.9 miles per second. Here's the badge from Katie's Lycra, and here it is inverted. But Godspeed, Katie. Have a safe trip up there. We're looking forward to you getting back. We're all looking forward to hearing the cover version of Louis Armstrong. What a wonderful world. All filmed from space, travelling at speeds in excess of 17,000 miles per hour.
Surely not.
And I'm hoping
She
to be the
ain't
first
claiming to
person
do
from a
that.
council estate in Rochdale to achieve low Earth orbit myself. Because if Katy Perry can go up there and film a music video, there's hope for us all.
Deep web footage that is extremely intriguing.
Whoa. $5 billion light years away explodes. I mean, how do you know it's that far away, and how do you know it's exploded? It just looks like one of those plasma things. If you're enjoying this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.
Huge black cat spotted Yorkshire, England.
Yorkshire? I'm staying down south then.
One of the guys we work with on our team, Victor, was in, I think it was 2004. He's coming down river and he had a load of mahogany wood and he's piloting this boat, and he sent two people, husband and wife, ahead to go start cooking breakfast on the beach so they could put the little kitchenette thing down and put the propane. He sent them ahead. He's going nice and slow with the barge coming down the river. They go ahead, reach the beach, they get out. He starts cutting some cane to start making a fire. Tribe comes out. No warning. They just start screaming. They start shooting arrows. The man instantly gets an arrow through the leg and it pins his leg so he can't run. He tells his wife, go, save yourself. And she does. She jumps in the water. There's arrows falling around her too. And as she's floating down the river, she looks back and the last thing she sees is these guys getting to her husband and beginning to rip him apart. As Victor comes down the river, this is a guy we work with every day. He comes down the river and sees his friend disemboweled, opened up, dissected. His parts are all over the beach. The beach is red. And they only found out what happened because they found her later on holding onto a stick in the river. And they were like, what happened? She was like, they just attacked. They don't want people on their land.
They just confirmed aliens are from our oceans and they have proof of it. In the Oversight Committee hearing that was broadcasted worldwide, 4 witnesses, including a retired Navy commander, confirmed to Congress that non-human higher intelligence exists and we're in possession of their technology. They said we have UAP material and bioorganic material, and so does every other country, and behind closed doors, they're all in a race trying to reverse engineer the technology that they have. They said they have video evidence of them appearing from the oceans all across the world, and they've been here much longer than us. We've seen the UAPs move and react so quickly, and based on their technology, they believe they're being controlled by a mind-body connection. They said that some of these beings appear to be interdimensional and that a human can withstand up to 9 Gs of force before suffering fatal consequences, but the technology they're working on is producing upwards of 3,000 Gs. This is only the tip of the iceberg compared to what the government is not telling.
A few videos ago, I showed you a piece from Fat Joe and another rapper, I can't remember who it was, and them talking about this on a red carpet, like, oh, aliens are from underwater, and like, as if they've got this new scoop. But clearly, they must tell these celebs so that, like, it almost seems more believable that they're, like, sneaking it, that they're found out from a party or whatnot, knowing that this was about to be like the next agenda. You know what I mean?
Do you ever wonder why the government doesn't want us talking to wild dolphins? Check this out, y'all.
But what do the dolphins know? I'd like to remind you that the government told us that the aliens are living in the ocean, and they also told us it's illegal to try and interact with a wild dolphin.
Yep.
And I mean interact in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Don't try and talk to it. Don't try and elicit a response from it. Don't feed it. Don't.
Weird, right?
Don't nothing. Don't even look at that bitch. Now, they say this is to protect dolphins and humans alike, and I'll buy that because they're wild animals, okay? But why can't I even try to speak to it? Why can't I even just try to elicit out of it? I don't know how dolphins sound. The fuck, they don't understand me and I don't understand them, right? Right? It is a felony to even attempt this behavior. There's even a snitch line for it. Dolphins are too smart. They are self-aware. They have shown signs of empathy because they'll help out other creatures, including human beings. They can communicate amongst themselves in a language that we don't understand at all. It's the clicks and the, you know what I'm saying, those high-pitched noises. Some of them our ears can't even pick up on. They are the second smartest creature on Earth behind us. Do they have a conscience? They live in an environment that we haven't explored 80% of. We don't know 80% of what's down there in that ocean, but you know who does? Dolphins.
dolphins are a big part of society with like SeaWorld and stuff. Not that that's a good thing. And like marine biology, like you could do a whole degree on learning how to talk to these kind of animals and communicate with them, whatever, help them. And this seems like a new law. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone tell me in the comments if this is a law that's been long-standing, but they've got a snitch line for something. It doesn't seem like something that's been going on for ages. Do they know something? Is there something going on under the ocean? Like we've seen all this crazy stuff with like fish and sharks trying to get out of the ocean, like at shore, like beaching themselves essentially. Are they trying to prevent us from finding something out from dolphins? Like, do you think dolphins are going to come bring us and show us something from down there? Could be crazy, but this seems weird.
Here it is, people, the moment we've all been waiting for.
It's so crazy,
Katy
man.
Perry has finally blasted off into space. Now, I think the spaceship's very questionable as it is. It reminds me of one of them brain lickers we used to have when we were kids, but I'm sure you guys in the comments will be saying it looks like something else. But man, isn't this really going to push the space narrative? People all over the world are going to be in awe with the fact that one of their favorite celebrities has finally gone into outer space. Can we really trust that Katy Perry's just gone 17,000 miles an hour out of orbit? Because to me, I see a lot of symbolism, and I see that this person might be part of a club. This said club that's got a massive love for symbolism. And when you're in this club, you have a massive love for the all-seeing eye. You know, the all-seeing eye that's literally on the dollar bill. But nonetheless, this has definitely played a big part in pushing the space narrative even further. And millions of people all over the world are going to be in awe with their celebrity going to space.
Didn't 2 astronauts get stuck on the space station for months? They've just got home. And now suddenly a celeb, like no warning. I didn't hear about this anyway. And now suddenly she's going to space. Obviously, you know I don't buy it. But why? They're just to try and convince us that aliens, space, all this stuff is like the only thing to think about right now. Why? We need to pay attention.
Before I fall to the system, I'm gonna try and do good with my gifting and pray to the Lord for some wisdom. Pray. Hopefully someone will listen. Amen.